Welcome to Surface Design by Mary Jane. Today I'm going to show you how I make tab curtains, so join me for sewing. So it's a good idea to get all the tools you need together before you start. I got this gorgeous little tin box from a little antique shop which I just love to use. I've got my Quick Unpick, which likely we'll use, my tape measure, and of course your scissors, which you may need for sure. Here is the binding that I've got here. So what I'm going to do is just finish the edge on the overlock machine on both sides, because you can see it's very fraying, and you know, these curtains, when they're washed, if you don't do your edges, you're going to have fraying, which really is a pain. One little tip which I've always found useful, somebody showed me, is you put your thread in a cup like this, and then it won't roll out all over the place. So okay, let's get started doing some of it. So here you see my tabs, which I've put the right sides together here, which is the lighter side because I want that contrasting. And I'm going to do a seam that is 1 centimeter, because I cut these at 10 centimeters wide. They'll be 4 centimeters when they're finished. And here is the finished edge of the binding. As you can see, it will prevent all the fraying. So the tabs, once they're done, I'll turn them inside out, iron them nicely, and then we'll place them ready to go. Of course, I've got 8 for one side, so I'm going to need 16 of these. Okay, so I've sewn it. I actually sew over pins and go very slowly over the pin. As long as the pin is going up like this, you can do that. Make sure they're all taken out though if you're going to do any overlocking after. And for beginners, I would advise you tacking it. So now it's sewn. I did 2 rows also, because when you're pulling on your curtains, you're going to end up with a lot of tugging, and it just makes it extra strong. So now the best thing is to iron it over, and here we have our tabs. So I'm very happy with that. We don't have to worry about pattern match. If we were joining 2 panels together, of course, right here you'd have to make sure that your pattern matches. So, and also you're going to need to buy more fabric if you've got big, tall repeats. So bear that in mind. You need a repeat for every panel, an extra repeat, to make sure you get it nice and straight. So now what we're going to do is, this can be now turned under, and I'm going to do it double like this, and then make a nice seam across here, because I want that to look like a finished edge on the other side. So I think that looks very pretty. I'm going to pin that now and sew it across and show you that when it's done. Okay, so I have finished sewing across there, and I've done 2 seams, and I think that just looks nice. It gives it an extra strength, and it also just looks nice and well finished. So now we're going to measure the length from the top of the tab down to the actual length that we want. We're going to mark the pins there, and then we're going to do a double hem, and we're done. Okay, so I've measured from the very top of my tab down to where I want the bottom edge to be, which was 217. I'm going to bring it up half an inch, just so it's up off the floor by half an inch. And I've doubled over the hem, so you have 10 centimeters rolled over twice. I'm pinning it here. Now you can just do a straight stitch along there if you want. Some people like to hand sew it, and there's also other ways you can do it on the machine, which will be for another time. but I'm just going to do a straight edge like a top stitching because that's what I did at the top and it'll look nice. Once this is done, probably it should be ironed before sewing though, and also make sure that you've left no pins inside, and yeah, then you're done and the curtain is ready for hanging. So we'll let you know what that looks like. As you can see, you've got a nice edge here, and if we go around to the top end of the curtain, we've got a nice top end as well.